Today we will discuss how Python is working. So there are three different ways you can work with Python. Okay, if you have laptops, then you can download Python and work on that. It does not depend whether you are working with Windows or Linux, okay, or Mac. In any system, you can work with Python. But the thing is, you have to download all the things with that. So I will work online. Okay, this is another method. You can do this on your mobile phones also as well as on laptop. Okay, you just need internet connectivity. Then there is one more way to work with Python. You can download apps. At the end of this lecture, I will show on my mobile screen what are those apps. So Python is just like Mathematica. It is a software. It is used as interpreter or simulator. Okay, in most of website designing also we use Python. So we will see first what is the difference between Mathematica and Python, and then we will actually start what is our practical. In Mathematica you have seen that if I type A and shift enter in laptop, or for Python you just enter, or you can just execute or run, then you will get A. This is variable for Python. If you execute this program in Mathematica, it will not give you any number. It will just print as it is A. But in case of Python, it will not do anything. It will say that this is not defined. Okay, name A is not defined because Python does not know what is A. It is just a character for that. And what Python do? Python will evaluate. Okay, there is a term REPL. Okay, or REPL. REPL. REPL or REPL. So what these letters signifies us? This term says read. R means read. E means evaluate. P means print. And then lastly it is L, that is loop. Okay. So what is loop? I will show you. Okay. So here the loop starts. Okay. Loop start means whatever we have to give input, that should be after this loop. So you can see the Python will read this letter or whatever command we have given, that is A. Then it will try to evaluate. If it cannot evaluate, it will return this message to you that this letter is not defined, and then again back to loop. Okay, so this is basically process REPL. So when we are directly using Python, or in case you use terminal in case of Linux, or there is I guess PowerShell in case of Windows. Okay, so it looks like same this. So this is called as REPL. Okay, so we are working in this, but there is other ways also. What are the other ways? I will show on the mobile letter. So you will write the code on writer or the editor, basically editor it is called, and it will execute in the interpreter. So what will that do? It will save your time to write all the program in the interpreter. So I will show you how to write the programs. Okay, so first of all we will check whether it is working correctly or not. So I will write 2 plus 1. Okay, let's execute this. You have just press enter and it will execute itself. Okay, it is giving 3. So in Python or in many languages, star symbol is used for the multiplication. So I will execute this and it is giving some result. We will not check that, but it is working. Okay, so the basic difference is Mathematica and Python, you have to define the letters. Okay, I will define the letter A. Let's say A is equal to 2. And I will enter. Now it will not execute anything. It will come back to the loop. This is because when you use equal to letter, that is assignment letter. It is saying that A is equal to 2. We are not operating anything. That is not operator. Okay. Equal to is just assignment. So it is assigning the value 2 to the A. Then if I again execute the program for A, it will give me answer 2. Okay. So now value of 2 is stored in the A. And I can use this also, A minus 3, let's say, and it will give minus 1. Numerical differentiation using Python, and then numerical integration, and then again in the next semester there are 2, but we will first focus on numerical differentiation. So to run a program for differentiation, you first know what is differentiation, right? So I will show you what is differentiation, and then we will write a program for that. I will give the written program to you. So we are working in REPL. Okay, but you can also work in editor and interpreter version. If you downloaded that, then it will be easier to you. So what is differentiation? You know the first formula for differentiation. You have seen this in your 11th or 12th standard math notebook. Okay, f dash x, that is derivative of f of x, that is equal to f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. And okay, there is a limit here, h tends to 0. Okay, you have seen this formula, but nowadays what we do, we directly we take a derivative without taking limit. But this is basic formula, this is called as first formula for derivative. Now in some cases there are some complex functions, we cannot calculate the derivative directly. Now if we have data or we know the function, then how to find out the derivative numerically at point A? So what does that mean by numerically we have to find out derivative? When you find out derivative or integration or anything, we have to also find out the solution of differential equation numerically. So numerically means we will only use the numbers, we will not use any variable. You will not use x in when you find out the numerical derivative. So what we will use, we will basically use the function of x, but in terms of a. What is that a? A will be some point at which I have to find out the derivative. Okay, suppose there is some function, this is basically sine function. We know what is the derivative of sine, that is cos. Okay, but we have to find out numerically, but you cannot do that for everywhere. You have to define one point a, let's say a equal to 0. So numerically it will evaluate the derivative at point a. So what does that mean? Analytically, you know what is derivative of sine, it is cos. So basically it has to give the value of cos 0, because I have to find out the derivative of sine at 0. Suppose if I have to do it at pi by 2, it will give value of cos pi by 2. It should give value of pi by 2. Then if it is at pi, then it should give cos pi by 2. Remember, we are calculating the derivative of sine x, okay, numerically, but at some point x equal to a. In Python, we have to define a function. So in general, what we write as a function, I will tell you first that, and then we will move to actual program. In general, how we write a program, suppose, or how we define a function, y is equal to f of x, right? This is our way to define a function. So what does this mean? There is some function f which is function of x. So x is independent variable and f is dependent variable. Okay, forget about y. Okay, just this. Okay, so f is dependent variable and x is independent variable, or this f is also called function. This function can be of any number of variables. So if it is function of x, y and z, then x, y, z are independent variables and f is dependent variable or the function. In the similar way, we will define a function for Python, because Python does not know any function, and we will not use any x, y, z. Okay, but instead of this we will have some other functions. Okay, I will write execute first. So you know what is pi. If you execute this program in Mathematica, it will give you a numerical value, but here what we will say, okay, pi is not defined. Why it is not defined? Because Python has to say it is a predefined value pi which we have to use, that is 3.14. So there is some syntax for this, we have to define. There is a module, okay, that is called as numpy, numpy. Okay, so those who are working offline, those who have downloaded Python or the apps which I will tell you shortly, they have to also download this, okay, and then you will run this. For online purpose, it is already downloaded here because we are using official website of Python. So what we have to do, we have to recall this numpy. Okay, let's call this numpy. What it says, okay, it is not defined. So what we will see, we have to use command import. You can see here import. So what does this mean? This is inbuilt command it will tell Python that you have to import something, you have to borrow something from your library. Python will have its own library, it will have its own functions, so it has to borrow. So what we have to import? We have to import numpy as pi. Okay, so as is a, sorry, not pi, as np. Okay, so what we will do, we will import a numpy, but instead of writing numpy every time, we will use np. Okay, this is just shortcut to recall the numpy. So whenever we will write np, it will give you the library inbuilt in numpy. So this is just command to compiler to import. Now if I run any command in np, that is numpy, it will execute. Okay, so I will show you how. So if I will show you, many of you can make this mistake. If I write now pi, again it will not give you any value, because we have to write np dot pi. Okay, so what does that mean? Pi is, I am recalling from np, so np is recalling numpy, which is inbuilt library. So now let's see what is happening. So it will now give you the value. Okay, so whenever you are using anything from this library, you have to mention the name. Okay, anything, any symbol you have to use, then you have to use np. Let's find out if we can find out the value of e. Yes, you can get the value of e, but you have to use np. Same case with the functions. Suppose you have to find out the value of cos 0. Okay, so what will it give? It is not defined because it does not know what is cos. So what we have to do, we have to use np dot cos, and now we know what is value of cos 0. It is 1, so it should return value of 1. It is returning value of 1. So what is takeaway? We have to use np dot and then whatever function. So here pi and e is also function for the Python. Okay, so with these basics you can write your own program for differentiation. So what we have to do, we have to, okay, we have 3 different formulas for differentiation. The formula you have seen here, where I have written, okay, this formula is called as, it is called as forward method. There are 3 methods basically: central, forward and backward. Okay, so I will write you, I will give what is the program. I will define the function derivative. Okay, we have to define a function derivative. So as we have done y or f of x, y, z, we will do the same. Now derivative is our function and it will have some variables. So what variables it will have? It will have a variable called f first. So f is our sine or cos or e raised to x, whatever we will have, that function is f, and that is now independent variable of derivative. Now there will be another parameter which we will define as a. This is the value at which we have to find out the derivative. Like we have find out the derivative of sin x at 0, then a equal to 0. If we have to find out it at pi, then the value of a will be pi. Okay, and so on. Then we have to define a method. So what we will do, we will define as a central, okay, or forward or backward. Okay, but we will use central. When you have to define the method, you will write this in single inverted comma or double inverted comma. Okay, and the last we have to define h. Okay, you can see here h, right? Here is h. So h is nothing but the increment, right? So we have to define h. What is h? So let's call it as 0.01. Okay, so even if I have defined this as a function, still we can change the values when we have to actually take the derivative. We can change the f, we can change the value of a, we can change the method even, and we can change the value of h, right? For defining any function in Python, we use colon. Okay, so that is 2 dots, right? And then enter. Okay, it is showing some, okay, let's find it out. Okay, sorry, I have missed the term definition. Okay, we have to define. Okay, so before this we have to tell we are defining something. Okay, so we will use the term def, that is define, and now we will execute. So okay, now it is not terminated. it is saying something. Okay, there are three dots. It is not come back to the loop. So what does this mean? So there are some values or lines we have to provide to this. So what we have to provide? So what is this? What is f? What is a? And what is method? We have to all provide this. So we will use if function, that is conditional function. I have method is equal to. So we will tell what is method. So now we are not assigning. We are saying that if this is equal to. Okay. Suppose a method is equal to central, then double. Okay. So initially we have used double inverted. So here also we will use double inverted comma. Then if this is so, then enter kara. What is missing? Okay, we will try again. That is okay. So we have missed colon. Okay, we have to again use the colon, because colon will say to the Python interpreter that the program is not ended yet. So what is here? Define derivative, and then these are functions. Then we will define this, if this, then return. What it will return? It will return f of a plus h minus f of a minus h upon 2h. Okay. Else if जर मेथड सेंट्रल नसेल तर काय रिटर्न करेल? If the method is forward, then it will return f of a plus h minus f a divided by h. This is basically the formula we learn. Okay, this is forward formula. Okay, forward method. Then else if it is backward, then it will return f of a minus f of a minus h divided by h. Even if the method is other than these three, then it will return value error. So it will give basically the error. Okay, so I will copy this. I hope this will run. Okay, I will just copy here. Okay, now enter. Okay, now it is come out of the loop. Okay, so I will again tell you what is the program here. It is defining derivative. Okay, in which if the method is this, then return, if the method is central, then return f of a plus h minus f of a minus h divided by 2h. Okay, so I will quickly tell. Okay, you know this is forward method formula. Suppose if at this a, this is point a, we are not using x, right? We are using a. So what this basically does, this method, forward method, it measures the forward point. If we add a plus h, then it will measure the function, and then it will subtract this and divide this by h. But in case of central method, what it does, suppose this is function, this is a, then it will do a plus h, a minus h, and then it will take the difference between these two and divide by 2h. Okay, so you can see here, divided by 2h, 2 into h. Okay, and if the method is backward, then what it will do, it will take the a minus h and it will subtract from f of a. Okay, and then divide by h. But remember, h is very small, h is tending to 0, right? Okay, so I have run this. Now we can actually find out the derivative of something. Let's find out the derivative of, in the round bracket, let's find out the derivative of cos function. So np.cos. Now you don't need to write x, y, z, whatever. Okay, so just np.cos will work. Now we have to define a. At which point we have to find out the derivative. So let's find out at x equal to 0. So what is the derivative of cos? That is sine, minus sign, right? So minus sine x or minus sine 0, it will give you 0, because sine 0 is 0. But still we will see what is going to happen. I will copy just this. Okay, I will copy and paste here. Method is central and value of h is this. Okay, I will keep the value as it is, and then we will see what is the value it is giving. It is giving 0. Okay, we know that is 0. Suppose we have to do that with forward method. We can do with any method, forward, backward, or central. Basically we use central because it is more accurate. Okay, now you see there is some difference between these two. Okay, what will happen if I increase the value of h? H is the increment or decrement in case of backward method, right? So if I have to increase, suppose I will use 1 e minus 4. So this is a symbol or notation for 10 raised to minus 4. So if I run this, now it is closer to 0. Okay, you can see here, this is 4 point something into 10 raised to minus 3, right? And it is here 10 raised to minus 5. Okay, so if you keep on increasing the accuracy, here it is 10 raised to minus 2, here it is 10 raised to minus 4. So if you increase the accuracy, let's say it is 8. Okay, let's see now it is giving 0. So in case of central also, it might need sometimes the higher accuracy. So 10 raised to minus 8 is very close to 0. Okay, h is very close to 0. In case of 0.01, it is still higher, it is still big number. So now we will change the value of a, that is we have to find out the value of derivative of cos at different point, let's say at pi. Okay, so value of sin pi now, okay, minus sin pi has value 0. So again it will give 0, it should give 0. So we'll check whether it is giving correct value or not. Yes, it is giving correct value. Suppose we have to find out at pi by 2. So I will use let me check whether we can use pi by 2 here or not. So np dot pi, you have to use np dot pi and then divide by 2. Okay, now it is giving some deflection. It should be minus 1 because minus sin pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is 1 and there is 1 minus sin because derivative of cos is minus sin. Okay, so it is close to minus 1, but it is not exactly minus 1. Let's try with the central method, or you can also use the backward method, but central method is more accurate. So I would advise you to work with it. Okay, so the problem is not with method, the problem is with the value of h. So I will decrease the value of h. So basically it is now e raised to or 10 raised to minus 10. Okay, now it is different value, but I hope this will be closer to minus 1 than this value. Okay, but if you find out the error, that is very small. Okay, you can see here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 10 raised to 8 minus 8. Okay, so error in 1, that is 10 raised to minus 6%. So this is negligible error. So you can use the Python. In your practical, you have to find out the derivative of sin at pi. Okay, so you will write the same code, derivative of np dot sin comma np dot pi, because we have to find out at pi, and then you can select the method central, forward or backward, and then value of h. So you have to do some practice. You have to do this program with sin, and what you have to do, you have to find out the error. Okay, one more thing you have to do, you have to use the command print. To do this, what I will do, I will name this as a. Okay, so value of a is whatever which is coming after this execution. So as I have told earlier, this will not execute because this is assignment operator here. Okay, equal to is assignment operator. Okay, so it will not execute, it will return to loop. But if I print a, then it will give some value. Okay, we know that is 0. So what you have to write, you have to print this, because you should know what is this 0, why it is giving 0. So what you will write, you have to write the message in double inverted or single inverted comma, or even triple inverted comma you can use. Okay, I will use 1 2 3. Okay, 3 times single inverted comma. Okay, you can use that. And just remember, whatever you are starting with, you should close with that comma itself. Okay, inverted comma. So I will start with single inverted comma. I have to write numerical derivative of cos at x equal to 0. Okay, though we have not written here anywhere x, still this is for us. This will just be printed because it is in inverted comma. Okay, is numerical derivative of cos, or you can also write cos x at x equal to 0 is, remember to complete the inverted comma, and then you have to give a comma and then write a and then complete the bracket. So what will it do? It will print as it is whatever you have written in the inverted commas, and then it will, comma means there is another command, so it will also evaluate a, because it is evaluating, you are giving command to evaluate this, so it will evaluate a and give you the answer. So I will evaluate this, and it is giving me the message numerical derivative of cos x at x equal to 0 is 0. You have to do this same with sin at x equal to pi. Okay, so इथं जेव्हा तुम्ही लिहिणार आहात x equal to something, in that case you can write pi. Okay, in that case you need not to write np dot pi because it is not command. Also you have to print the analytical derivative of cos x, which is sin x at 0. We will find out. So I will name it b is equal to, I know what is derivative of cos x, it is minus sin, but I will write np dot sin and at 0. Okay, yes, at 0. So it is stored value. Now I will again write, instead of numerical I will write analytical value, analytical derivative of cos x at x equal to 0 is what? B. We have to write here b. Now it will print analytical derivative of cos x is minus 0. It is minus is coming because of this minus, but anyway minus 0 plus 0 doesn't matter, so there is no error. But in case of derivative of sine, you are getting cos and we have to find out at x equal to pi, so you might get some error. So in that case you have to write the next line. I will show what you have to write. The error between these two methods, is, and complete the inverted comma, what we have to write. Okay, how we find out the error? Suppose there is x which is true value and the measure value is x, then the relative error we find out is x minus small x divided by capital X. And if we have to find percentage error, so you can write also percentage error here. I will just write the symbol here for percentage error. In the inverted comma you can write anything, it will be printed as it is. So what I have to write? X minus small x upon x into 100 if it is percentage. So what is x here? What is true value here? It is b, because it is analytical value. So I will write b minus a divided by b and into 100. So I will write in bracket b minus a divided by b. If I have to multiply it with 100, because if you have to find percentage error, then you have to multiply with 100. Otherwise you can find out the relative error with just this formula, b minus e divided by b. But I want it percentage error, so I will give the bracket to all this formula and then I will multiply it with 100. So for multiplication you use a star and then 100. Okay, so let's see what it will print. The percentage error between these two, okay, there is spelling mistake. These two methods is, okay, it is NaN means 0. Okay, because there is no error in this whatever I have printed. Okay, you may get this, or if you have some error, if you find out for sine, you will get some error in 10 raised to minus 6 or minus 8. It will also depend on the value of h you used